that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So let's look at history. People tried to undermine Dr. King by calling him names. They're trying to undermine you by calling you names. The list of terrorist organizations should be a list that identifies those who are the greatest threat to our national security. It is not a list of who we agree with and who we disagree with. It's a list of who is a threat to our country. Now let me ask you a question. Who do you think is a greater threat? The regime that is exporting terrorism, aligning itself with Hamas and Hezbollah, who, in the words of former Secretary of Defense Gates and current Secretary Panetta, is the largest exporter of IEDs and rocket-propelled grenades, killing American servicemen and women in Iraq and in Afghanistan. Make no mistake about it. Enemy number one is Tehran. So what this State Department is doing is not wanting to hear you. It's not that you are a legitimate threat. It's that they disagree with you. And last time I checked, we live in a country of freedom of speech. And the terrorist list should not be a list of who we agree with and who we don't. It should be a list of who's a terrorist and who isn't. Now, right here, you see the faces of those few amongst many more who have been holding down the people of the Middle East for a generation or more. Right now, as we speak, we're seeing change throughout the Middle East. But how are we going to have permanent democracy and freedom while Iran remains a threat to the whole region and a threat to democracy and peace itself?
With dictators from Libya to Syria to Iran!
I love you. You are about taking on the worst of the worst. Assad is awful. Gaddafi was awful. They're all awful. But Ahmadinejad and Khomeini have a special place in the rogues gallery of dictators in the Middle East.